Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and I want to do a follow-up review of the 2018 Audi A3. Now this is the premium, which is the base model, but it's got the convenience package, which adds Apple CarPlay and some other niceties. So you see, it's got that very nice lines, as one might expect from Audi. And then you've got these wheels. I thought looked really nice. Some of the wheels on the base model Audis don't look that good, but I thought these look great. Yeah, just look at that. Obviously it's got 4 doors, but even though it has 4 doors, it has a very good look to it. Something that you often don't get in a vehicle of this price point. I think the front looks really good. Look at that. So yeah, just a really good thing. And now I'm going to talk about a few things, a few minor gripes that I've had, and these are very minor. I absolutely love this vehicle. First of all, talking about the good stuff. This color, this brownish color looks awesome, especially with the blue exterior. This blue exterior kind of gets a purplish look to it in bright sunlight, and that's really cool. I think it's cool. Got a little over 1,000 miles on it so far, 1,280. But let's see if I can focus on that. It just went off. But it was 1,280. And these vents are cool. Like I said, you turn them on and off. It's got a very cool thing. I actually like the design of the vents in this better than I do the larger Audi models. What's really nice, and this is something that is not present, at least to my knowledge, in a lot of the larger Audi models, is the ability for the screen to go up and down. Look at this. That's been a complaint that a lot of people have had about some of the Audis. They're just like, man, it looks like the screen's just sitting on top there. You know, it kind of looks crappy. But not the case in the A3. This thing will go up and it'll go down. I think it's got to boot up before I can put it back down. There you go. See, it's going back down. The fit and finish of this vehicle is absolutely incredible. Just because this is a smaller body style, there were no corners cut, in my opinion. All of the knobs have a premium feel, even this little volume adjustment knob. I really like the MMI. Here comes the screen back up because I moved it. I like the MMI. It's got a really good tactile feel. And obviously I'm an advocate of never driving in a distracted fashion. So being able to use that to control the infotainment interface is really nice. I think this looks really nice, has a good look and feel to it. Switching to sport mode to regular drive is easy. And if you prefer to somewhat manually shift, you can kick her over to the right and shift down or shift up. It's got that functionality. I really like the design of the steering wheel. This does not have the flat bottom. There's a lot of people that will comment about that. It's like, man, you want the flat bottom steering wheel. Personally, I don't understand that obsession. You know, maybe there's something that I'm not getting about flat bottom wheel. If there is, tell me, man. Tell me why the flat bottom wheel is better. Again, all the knobs feel very premium. One thing I would have, and I appreciate they put a USB down there, but there's a little small area in front of the cup holders where you can put in my case, I put my sunglasses there. And then I got a USB, and I got a cigarette style power adapter. These cup holders are nice, but due to the design of this, and I don't encourage drinking large drinks anyway because they're bad for you, but if you go to like a drive-through and get a big drink, it's probably going to touch this, the underside of that. But again, I'm not a big, I like to eat a lot, and I'm probably not the healthiest dude in the world, but you know, I'm not going to order a large drink. But if you're the type person that orders a large drink, number one, you probably don't want this car because you'd probably be too ergonomically large to fit comfortably. But if you do like large drinks or you take drink orders for people, take that into consideration, because there is a minimal amount of clearance between the two drink holders and the instrumentation, the bottom part of the instrumentation cluster. This is nice. This particular model has heated seats. It's got dual climate control, just very easy to use. Parking brake's kind of neat, the way they got it set up like that. Look at that little parking brake right there. The center console is one of my favorite things. As you can see here, there's a USB port inside of the center console. And what's super cool about that is that USB port will work with Apple CarPlay. And if you've dealt with other cars, in my case, previously the Volkswagen Passat, I could not use any other USB port. I had to use the USB port directly under the radio for Apple CarPlay. So that's a huge improvement. If you simply want to plug in your phone for Apple CarPlay functionality and then toss it in your center console while you're driving, you've still got that capability, which is super nice. The ergonomics of this vehicle, even for a bigger dude like myself, I'm about 6'2", it's fine. I mean, look at this. I got plenty of room, and it's got this little thing down here where you can put your foot. Just kind of press your foot on that if you want to. But I haven't had any problems with the interior space. Now that segues us into the next piece of this video, where we're going to get in the back of this vehicle, and we're going to show you what it looks like back there. So let's just go ahead and hop out. Now, keep in mind the A3 is the, whoa, I dropped my radio here. Hold on, my recording thing. Yeah, the A3 is the smallest Audi, but it's not as small as it used to be. It's gotten bigger, just like the A4's gotten bigger. And personally, I don't find the body style of the A4 to be that great. But you can see here with my seat positioned how it was, that's how I normally drive. And again, I'm 6'2". You can see there's sufficient amount of room left back here. Look at that. So it can fit 2 passengers in the back comfortably, and in this case I've got a child seat back here, so you can see that it fits that. There are air conditioner vents in the back. It's a nice space back here, and that middle headrest, it's in the downward position now, but it would pop up. And then what I really like for child seats, it's got the little, European thing where it plugs in. And if I didn't have the child seat protector in here, I'd fold that down to show you the center console. It's a somewhat nice center console for your passengers in the rear of the vehicle. I mean, all in all, just to state the less than positive aspects, obviously the most positive is just the design of this vehicle. I think it's got a really good design. It's not too big. Well, I mean, it's definitely not too big, but I mean, it's not too small. To me, it's just the right size. I like this size vehicle, and I think the back of it looks really nice. It's got a good aggressive look to it. Now, if you get the Quattros, you get a little bit different look on the rear. You can see I've got those 2 exhaust pipes down there. With the Quattro, it's and the Quattro being their all-wheel drive version, it's got a different look. But I'm super satisfied, and I would definitely buy this Audi again in a heartbeat. And and again, part of what makes this particular Audi so nice, in my opinion, is the fact that you get that really cool color interior. It's a premium model, which is their base model, but since I added the convenience package, I got the Apple CarPlay, and I think the wheels look nice. And again, this paint color, in my opinion, is just, that's just what really sets it off and makes it stand out from the pack. Because when the sun hits this thing, again, it's kind of got a purplish look to it. This grille looks nice. And there's that thing in the bottom down here. If you see that, and I would never want to test it, but apparently if you're going to collide with something, it may prevent you from colliding. But again, I would never test that, and I would never assume that it exists, just to be safe. But that is some sort of safety feature. But I mean, you can load these things up and get up into the stratosphere in pricing, or you can get in like I did, and in a budget conscious way, and get the base model but add the premium package, and get you some cool colored seats, and and feel like a boss. And one thing I didn't mention is the fuel economy. The fuel economy on this thing is absolutely incredible. And real world day to day, I typically get around over 30 miles per gallon. But if I drive extremely conservatively, and this sounds ridiculous, and I don't want this to be an expectation, but I did get 42.1 miles per gallon when I was driving on back roads, and I was being very soft with the acceleration. I got 42.1 miles per gallon, which was pretty awesome. So from a cost of ownership perspective for fuel, it basically sips fuel, and it doesn't require the premium fuel like a lot of cars in this segment do. The other thing that's great, these are not run flat tires, so I don't have to deal with that. Run flats, if you've ever had them, I've had them on a few of my BMWs, and when you get ready to replace the run flats, they're more expensive. Also, and let me double check this, I don't think the wheels those are 225/40 R18. You can see right there, 225/40 R18. And the front, let's see, 225/40 R18. So I'm not dealing with a staggered wheel thing. A lot of your BMWs are going to have larger wheels in the back, and when you're replacing wheels, even if you just got sport tires, if they're staggered, you're going to probably end up spending more for 2 of a kind than you would 4 of a kind. So that's something else to take into consideration. This is front wheel drive. I did not get the Quattro. I hear a lot of people would have it. If you live in icy areas, it's probably advantageous to have it, but it does, if you get the Quattro, it puts a little dent in your fuel economy. But it's just a great car. I mean, it's a good size. It's not too small, but it looks nice. It gets great gas mileage, and I have no major complaints. The only areas for improvement that I would point out would be, again, the cup holder design. They could do something there. And then also something that I didn't point out earlier, but there's no sunglass holder behind the rear view mirror, and that's something you get in a lot of vehicles, is a place to put your sunglasses. This does not have that. Again, minor gripes. All in all, this is quite possibly the best vehicle that I've ever owned. And again, I've owned BMWs, Mercedes, and Audi's, just their fit and finish is very good. And I don't know how to explain it. I mean, my best recommendation is to get in one, check it out yourself. And like I said, I recommend if you go to Audi of Huntsville, ask for Holly. Ask for Holly at Audi of Huntsville and tell her that Irish Guys Adventure Channel recommended you, because she's really good to work with, and she'll get you in these Audis, spin you around, and once you put your butt in that seat and you drive around, you can really develop your own opinion about the Audi. And maybe the A3 is not for you. Maybe you need something bigger. Maybe you want one of those Q3s or Q4 or Q5s, the SUV crossover type thingy. They're not my style, but they're nice. So yeah, just a really good vehicle. And again, just if you drive one, feel the knobs and the comfort of the seats, and you'll know you're in something nice. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. youtube.com/IrixGuy. Oh, and one last thing. This particular Audi, at least, I looked at where it was manufactured. It was manufactured all in Europe. So it wasn't doing like the Volkswagen Passat that I previously owned. It was made in Mexico, in Chattanooga. And not this car, but the Passat, the Volkswagen, had major quality control issues. So, this one being made in Europe, nothing against other countries, but typically a European car made in Europe, there's probably going to be more stringent quality control standards. So something else to take into consideration if you're shopping for vehicles, look at where they're manufactured. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.
Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.